Hi there, Libra. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading. Oh, beautiful. Back with me again, Anisa from Lunar Stereo. For those who appeared in my channel, hello. And for those of you who haven't been here a long time, welcome back. So we're going to be doing a pick card reading Mariana the session. It's going to be how do they feel about you. Don't forget to check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. Me personally, I realize with my readings I resonate a lot more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign, or what have you. So you might want to check that one out too. And this is general reading, so the rules might get reversed. All right, so let's talk about your overall energy for the now, Libra. You have the Ace of Cups, you have the Four of Swords, and then you also have the Eight of Wands in reverse. I feel that you guys are going to get away from a period where you feel so overwhelmed with things, because I feel that, you know, the past few weeks or month, things has been kind of like quite a little bit overwhelming in a relationship sector. And one of the factor, I think it's also because of the lack of communications, or yeah, I'm gonna say it's a lack of communications. The communications is just not so clear or direct, or there is no communications at all. And I feel that you guys are trying to sleep it up, especially if you guys are dealing with two people. There's one person in which you're shutting off completely, you're shutting off the communications line completely, and then there's going to be another person, or there's already another person that you feel kind of like quite connected to. It's like a new day has come, you know, something like that. However, if you guys are only dating one person, I feel that the love is still there, the Ace of Cups is still there. There's going to be like a little bit of a good feels coming in this week to come. And then you guys are going to get away from that period of being overwhelmed so that you could get a better sleep, which is very, very important, right? We have to have a good sleep, or a better sleep. So what is the overall challenge of this relationship? The first one is that you have the Ace of Wands, and then you have the World card. So I feel that there's a little bit of a stunted growth that is happening, something that, you know, starts off really, really great, really, really hot, then it has the coldest ending. Right, it was something that kind of like excites you, but then turns out it wasn't something that you expected. And there's also one person in this relationship who is like a little bit avoidant, who isn't really all about that type of emotional connections, but it's only about things that are kind of like quite pragmatical or practical. This person took a giant leap of faith when it comes to you, Libra. They feel so elevated every time they talk to you. Extremely elevated every time they talk to you. They trust you blindly. They were like, yep, Libra is the best, and everything like that. But I feel that you guys have a certain type of thoughts when it comes to this person. You guys are like, oh, hold on, my dear, hold on. Before we get to that, there's some things that I need to sort out mentally first. And this kind of like gives them like a little bit of like, oh, why? Like, I took a giant leap of faith. I went 100% in this relationship. I went 100% in with my feelings here. And I feel that Libra is still putting me under evaluations or under assessment. And they kind of like hurt them a little bit. But I feel that you must had like a really, really great reason why you became this Queen of Swords. They're so in it. Super duper in it, even until in the now. They see things in you, like they see something in you that they're like, I know if we were to be putting in the work, if you trust me like I trust you, Libra, if you have faith in me, Libra, that we can actually make this happen. But I feel that you are kind of like quite not really interested in it, simply because you feel that this person hasn't really changed. And even if this is a new person, you guys feel that, you know, if I were to open my heart towards this person, they kind of reminded me of my past habits or my past cycle, you know, that I was in. So you guys are being like the Knight of Wands. Get in, get out. Yes, you're excited with the adventures. Yes, you're excited with how they're excited with you. But to talk deep, deep stuff, you're not interested. Oh my God, they're trying to convince you here. So if it's not happening, I feel that it's going to happen like really, really soon. They really are trying to convince you that they're a good person, that you could trust them. But like, I don't know, it's just like your radar, like your meter is ticking off, and it's like, no, I can't trust this person. I can't trust this person. Let's see the big card reading, yeah? Maybe your feelings is justified, or maybe it isn't. Let's just see the big card reading. May magkatong mas na these 5 cards in the future. Page of Wands. I feel that you guys are going to be kind of like quite distancing yourself away from them a little bit here in the future. Let's see. Yeah, I feel that you guys, even in the future, you guys are going to be focusing a lot on yourself. You guys are going to be focusing a lot on your art. I feel that you're going to have a channel in which you're going to be expressing your creativities or your feelings, your thoughts, and everything like that. So you'd probably get into like some art class or drawing or music or writing or anything, but you would have a channel to express things on your own. But the thing is that in the future, you guys are starting to become a little bit optimistic about this. You're starting to become like, oh yeah, like, you know what, like I think this person deserves either a chance or a second chance. Like you're trying to open that opportunities for them. They kind of like are persistent. Even until now, they stubbornly believe in this relationship. But the thing is that by the time that you guys become kind of like quite a little bit optimistic, this person is going to be like, I'm starting to feel that Libra is distancing myself away, distancing themselves away from me. It's like me and Libra could not, you know, meet each other eye to eye anymore. I'm starting to really, really miss Libra and everything like that. And I don't feel that in the future they're going to be acting upon it. I feel that they're going to find ways to distract themselves away from being impatiently waiting for you or, you know, wanting you or anything like that. And they're just going to focus or redirect those energies into self-love instead. So maybe they are planning to book a trip or holidays or just like a little bit of a quick and short getaways, or they're going to find an outlet in which they could, you know, self-actualize themselves just like you will in the future. They're just going to be waiting for you impatiently to do something about it. But you guys are like, no, I'm not going to do that. You want me, you come to me. Yes, Libra. Yes, Queen, Kings. You want me, you come for me. What happens in the past where you were so optimistic about it? Well, like, why can't you be optimistic about it in the now too? So there's going to be like a little bit of a stalemate. It's kind of like quite similar with another reading that I did earlier. I forgot what sign was that. But, you know, this person took it very, very hard. You know what I mean? Like they're impatiently waiting for you. They're impatiently wanting you. And every single day that this relationship doesn't progress in a way that they wanted it to be, it kills them on the inside, because it's just making them, they need it to distract themselves away from these pains, you know what I mean? And you have the upper hand here with the Justice on the bottom of the reading. You do have the upper hand here. They kind of need you more than you do need them. So they're just going to wait around and then just kind of like observe you. Let's see the pick a card reading, all right? I'm going to be putting a timestamp right over here to when the pick a card reading starts. Now let's move on to the 2 people scenarios, meaning that if you guys are only leaving one person, your reading ends now. now is the time for people who are dealing with two people. I'm gonna need to clarify something here. Okay, so person A is somebody who you've had trust issues with in the past, because this person was trying to either get a second chance, or they're trying to make you give them a chance when opportunities to approach you or what have you, and they're taking a giant leap of faith with you. But for some reasons in the past, you guys just don't trust them and you just wouldn't let them in. However, in the now, your mindset kind of like quite switches just a little bit, because you're starting to feel that this person is quite interesting. This person is quite interesting. This person is quite hot. You're starting to see some things in them that you might have not seen it before. So yeah, and I feel that this person B, is going to intensify the line of communications with you. And then in the future, however, you guys are starting to realize that this person is always about themselves. So even if they're in a relationship with somebody, it's always about what type of value does the other person can bring to them, instead of them wanting to have a relationship to achieve a collective happiness, where the relationship is not always based on their happiness, but it's also based on the other person's happiness as well. Okay, you guys are Libra, and you really like fairness and justice at all costs, and you feel that that type of behavior is a little bit selfish and you just don't like it. So I feel that in the future you guys are starting to see those type of red flags, which is good, because some other people, you know, fail to see red flags because they're just so blinded by love. But I feel that because you guys are just so intelligent and so smart, you'd see it right through. Like, you spot the red flags and you guys are going to be like, nah, not interested, I'm sorry. You know, I'm not dealing with that issue again. So that's the story between you and person B. Person A is somebody, I think it kind of like started off as a friend. You guys were dealing with a lot of things in the past and you're trying to get over from it. You kind of like stood patiently throughout those turbulent times, and then you made it through, and then it started off as a friend. They are so interested with you. However, in the now, you're starting to notice that this person is either one, reminding you of your ex, or two, they kind of like quite have like a little bit of an unfinished business that you feel is going to be of a challenge for you should you trust them, or three, they bring like a lot of baggage, or four, you just feel that this person is kind of like quite immature, and there's like a lot of soul evolving moments that they need to go through before they're ready to be in a relationship with you. Yeah, something like that. So, but however, in the future, I'm going to clarify. Yeah, however, in the future, I feel that, again, you guys are going to be focusing a lot on yourself. I feel that you guys are going to find like something that makes you passionate about, and then you guys are just going to be entirely focusing on that. And they're starting to realize that, wow, like Libra is no longer giving me the time of the day that they used to give me before. So they're starting to feel that, whoa, damn, like I'm starting to lose my grip on Libra just a little bit here. But especially if you guys are dealing with two people, I feel that a relationship just doesn't really interest you that much. In the few weeks to come, you just want to be focusing a lot on yourself. You want to learn a lot. You want to express yourself a lot. So this person is going to come even more stronger. I feel that you're probably going to have like a little bit of a declaration of love from this King of Cups, though. All right, so I think that is it for my reading for you, Libra. Now let's move on to the pick a card reading. All right, so I have 4 piles of cards with me now. This is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, this is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds of silence so that you guys can concentrate. 1 pile of card for 1 person, all right? Don't pick multiple pile of card for 1 person because you're going to end up getting confused. So 1 pile of card for 1 person. Let's go. Are you done? Let's go. So for those of you who chose, wait a minute, need to check my microphone is still on, thankfully. So for those of you who chose pile number 1, King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 2 of Wands, and also the Ace of Pentacles. So, Libra, Libra, Libra. Why are you so doubtful about this? You know what I mean? You're dealing with somebody. I think you might be dealing either with an earth sign or with a water sign. A little bit of a fire there. But anyway, you're dealing with somebody who approach life very, very cautiously. You know what I mean? And they always like to get into a relationship or a job or a situations where they know things are safe and secure for them. They always wanting to have things that are safe. So when it comes to approaching the relationship between you and them, in the beginning, they were going on that route. Yeah? They tried to act safe. They tried to play it safe. They tried to be very pentacle-ish. But then, all of a sudden, feelings rushing in. And you can't help love coming to you. You know what I mean? You can't have a best friend that you grew up with and that suddenly you just fell in love with this person. You can't help those feelings to emerge. So suddenly, those rush of feelings of love just came creeping in just like that. And that really shook them. It confuses them to the core because they always, again, as I said in the beginning, they always wanting to do things that are safe. And when we're talking about love, oftentimes it's not safe, right? When we're talking about emotions, oftentimes it's not safe because we risk getting hurt. We risk being disappointed by the one that we love. So it's a bit like, whoa, shit, what's happening in me? You know what I mean? Like, but to be honest with you, this person saw in you what they could never ever saw in somebody else. So they see something different in you. And I feel like that's also one of the reasons why they're kind of like captivated by you. And they are the 2 of Wands. So again, they're not usually the type of people who likes to fantasize about the future and then talks about unicorns, rainbows, roses, and flowers and daisies and, you know, Santa Claus and everything like that. They're not really the type of people. But because of you, they're starting to do that. They're starting to kind of like miss, when is the time that Libra is going to come back? When is the time that Libra is going to text me? You know, they start to develop that type of things. So they're having like a lot of conflicts within themselves because this feelings is so foreign to them. Is super duper foreign to them in comparison to what they're used to. So there might be like a little bit of a mixed signals here and there because they're kind of like freaking out with something that is new, which is feelings. But I'd say it's safe. You know what I mean? Like this person has a good intentions with you. The feeling is there. They don't want to play. They see something to work on in here and they're willing to put in the work. It's just that things are just like a little bit foreign for them. All right? So for those of you who chose pile number 1, congratulations. Now let's move on to those of you who chose pile number 2. Nine of Wands, 8 of Swords, Page of Cups, 4 of Cups. You're dealing with somebody who has like a lot of issues, Libra. They have like a lot of insecurities. They don't see themselves good. So it's a type of people who is always trapped within the same cycle simply because the person that they're projecting on the outside is not really who they are on the inside. Because they're afraid, like, what if the other person sees, I don't know, my cellulite, my stretch marks, or What if they know where I'm coming from, or what if they know what happened to me in the past? Would they still appreciate me, or something like that? There's something here that they're trying to hide because they're just insecure. They're afraid of other people kind of like judging them for that, or, you know, considering them or undermining them because of those things. So that is why they're always kind of like falling into the same trap or vicious cycle of like a unhealthy relationship, is because, again, they don't value themselves as good. But the thing is that how people project that low self-esteem is quite different. You would have people who are extremely anxious, and then you would have people who are extremely narcissistic, right? So I don't really think that you're the only person in this relationship, to be honest with you. I don't think that you're the only person in this relationship. Or even if you do, this person has the tendencies, because of that low self-esteem values, they try to project another identity, right? They're trying to project another identity so that they kind of like convince themselves that they are good. You know, it's like a fake self-comfort type of narrations that they have inside of their head. So they're like, you know what, I'm such a hot catch. I don't really need Libra, you know, something like that. But this is kind of like how they operate. Because of their low self-esteem, they do have a tendencies to flirt. And yes, there are kind of like a lot of people who are throwing themselves at them too. And then why are they doing this? Why are they kind of like flirting in front of your eyes, or maybe doing a triangulations, trying to make you jealous, trying to get an emotional reactions out of you? Why are they doing this? It's to get to you. It's kind of like quite an unhealthy way, unhealthy person. Like if you were to come to me and you were asked me like, should I pursue this, Anisa? I'd say no. I have this belief that people need to be good with themselves, have a great, amazing relationship with themselves first before they jump into a relationship. And this is definitely not a type of person who are in a good relationship with themselves. So even if you try to pursue this, because of their low self-esteem, they would always try to make you feel less and try to devalue your self-esteem by doing this type of type of triangulations. And again, triangulations isn't always about third party. It could also be about comparing. It's like, oh, you can't do that. My ex can do that. Why can't you? I don't know. Like, why can't you just take care of your face a little bit more? I don't like that scar that you have on your face. You know, my ex is flawless. Or, oh, you can't do that. My mother used to do that for me. You know, something like that. That type of triangulations. You comparing you with other people to make you feel less than. This is not quite healthy because you're dealing with somebody who is not healthy. All right? So, now for those of you who chose pile number 3. 4 of Swords. 10 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles, and then you have the 2 of Pentacles. Well, okay. You're dealing with somebody who is going through a transformation period. Because see, you have 2 4s here. 4 is stable. 4 is square, right? It's something that is stable. What comes after 4 is 5. There is a disruption going on in here. I feel that this is like a divine way or godly type of way to bring like a little bit of disruptions within them so that they could enjoy other things in life other than just themselves. Because this person has always been very, very self-sufficient. They're always kind of like rely on themselves. They don't really want to take care about relationship. They kind of like is a little bit avoidant. They're the type of people who is kind of like quite a little bit stingy with their efforts, stingy with their assets, you know, like, I'm not gonna do this, like a little bit like a fearful avoidant type of people. But then I feel that this relationship does have like a little bit of a purpose, introducing them to you, because again, because it's Libra, right? Libra is all about justice, it's all about fairness, it's all about love and romance and everything like that. Your objectives in their life is just to kind of like teach them that, okay, it's okay to share, it's okay to, you know, it's safe to be in a relationship. It's safe to be in a healthy relationship where it's all about the collective happiness. You don't have to, you can give up something so that you can gain something even more. You know what I mean? So they are in that transition phase. They're trying to teach themselves some new tricks. They're trying to figure out how relationship works, how a healthy relationship works. They're trying. Okay, they're trying. It's different than the pile number 2, where I was like, just an album. You know what I mean? This one, they're trying. But it's an idea that's kind of like quite a little bit foreign to them. But they're trying, Libra. Okay, they're really trying. The tendencies to be self-sufficient, to be avoidant, to be all about themselves are still there. But they're trying to be better. Okay? Now let's move on to those of you who chose pile number 4. Page of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and then the Page of Pentacles. If you want to be in a relationship with somebody that is all about themselves and always wanting to suck all the attention in a room, congratulations, this person is for you. You see how this Page of Wands is? It's a bratty type of Page of Wands, right? It's like, everything is beneath me. They were raised to be that way. They were raised to be a brat. They were raised to be quite self-centered. Everybody has to listen to me. Everybody has to do what I told them to do. Everybody has to do what I want them to do. And every time you don't do exactly what they want you to do, what do? Bad person. Evil. They're playing the victim. They will play the victim. Anybody who anybody who stand up against them, or anybody who don't like to be bullied, who don't like to, or who would call them out, who won't enable this Page of Wands, the Page of Wands will always think that the other person is the tyrant. The other person is the evil, the villain. And they're exactly doing this to you. I think there's some things that happened in the past where you might stand up against them, or you might ignore them a little bit, or you might not give them any time of the day. You don't give them that supply of attention that they wanted. And now what's stuck in their head is that you guys are a tyrant, you guys are selfish, you guys are this and that, this and that. But I wouldn't pay no mind to you, because I know for sure that this is them playing the victim. Yeah? What do they want out of you? You giving them the utmost, fullest attention. You telling them, wow, what a great craft you have there. You're doing amazing. What happens if you don't? Evil, villain. I'm so much better than you. I bring so much to the table. You should be thankful that I'm giving you any time of the day, Libra. And they're plotting, what do they want to do so that they get what they want. And they don't really care how much time flew. They're just going to be passive. So if you are looking forward to be in a relationship with somebody who wants all the attention towards themselves, somebody who wants to be treated as a king and queen, then this person is for you. However, if you think that that is so BS, then it's not good. There's still a page, for God's sake. Page. Not even a knight. A page. A kid. Probably can take them to counselings, but I don't think a page of wands, especially this page of wands, would admit there's something wrong with them. They would say there's something wrong with you, not with them. They're perfect. They're perfect in their mind. If you ask them to go to a counseling or like a mediator, is like, that's such a big insult, Libra. You should be the one who goes to a counseling. You're the one with problems. I am perfect, that type of stuff. So, but really, up to you. You have free will, you have free choice in life. Up to you. All right? So, I think that is it for my reading for you, Libra. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity you've been looking for. And I look forward to see you next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.